Yes, it's me again, it's Salamander, it's Empyrion Galactic Survival, and the base building bonanza just can't stop. And it's kind of obvious to me that all my save games is back at the old base. So this is the constructor I was missing earlier. This is a kind of brute force doing raw resources things. This is the push machine. This one is doing yeah, ingots, as you might have guessed. I've been doing visits to get all the major resources from the different planets. Nothing much to write about. I just went there, did my thing, and left again. And see, we are good on stuff, food, and other things. So yeah. Let's have a quick look at my CV as it stands. It's I kind of like to do things. I get bored with building base, so I do stuff with my CV. I get bored again and do some raiding. I get bored again and go back, do some base. I get bored again, work on the CV. I get bored again and do something else. So I'm kind of switching my stuff around. Let's have a look at what the CV looks at the moment. It's completely out of fuel at the moment. Should have some pentaxide. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. And this one looks kind of shite. But anyway, this is the core. This is one of the two RCSs, and this is the engine part. And I'm kind of lacking engines at the moment because I'm slightly above what I need. And this is the driving seat. This area is for storing a SV, and my new SV, not the one we are using at the current moment, to actually fit in this area. And this area is supposed to hold other things, but I will show you that later. There's also a advanced constructor sitting in here to do basic needs and some food stuffy things that haven't been placed yet. And as you can see, I think this one is jump. Oops. Yeah, it's shut down. And the reason why I keep shut down is because this one and this stupidity was put in because this is all part of the base, really. I did build a ramp all the way across, connected it to this part is actually part of the my current base, although it's detached, sorry, at the moment, because but because it's not not really that even. My CV, when it's powered on, it tends to drift, and as you can see, the engines are currently actually touching the ground. That will get resolved later, but I have to keep it off power, because if I put it on power, it will slowly drift and do stupid things like standing on a short end or whatever. I actually got stranded and had to reload a game because my CV was actually standing on these back part engines straight up, and I couldn't get to the driving seat control panel driving thingy, because yeah, it was really stupid. It doesn't like to end up on uneven ground, to be honest. So let's go back to our new base, and it seems like I've cut off the engines. Whoops, daisy. And go west, young man. And as we are driving into the sunset, we might have some daylight left to have a look at what's been done between this episode and the previous one. So I figured out, if I'm driving slightly right of the Titan, and then I will pass the something village, maybe that's further on. I'm not really sure. Let's have a look. I need to go slightly northwest. Ah! My base. As you can see, the game is kind of bugging out if I move slightly backwards. Kind of decides where the mountain should be, and don't remember that I actually removed it, but once you get closer it re-renders. Boop. V W Y W, and we're out. And as you can see, I've added some texture up this way. I've added some color to this. I really like this one. This is some kind of vent something thingy. Might need to do some texture work inside, around, or whatever on this one. This room is very much unchanged. I haven't done really anything to it, but oops, new greenhouse, and this will get railings done in a later episode, but we do have some business going on. Still need one more plot. Do I actually have? Yeah, I do. So let's play act and put this in, and nope, I didn't bring the plants to make this one complete. Maybe let's pick up some of this, 3 of each, and this is going to be the kitchen area, and this one is going to be a storage room. You will see that one later. And this one will get textured. Fortunately, these ones can't be textured at the moment, as far as I have tried. Not at least I think they are steel blocks, but I can't get any texture or colors on them. These can, and these can, so they will be textured. And it's going to be kitchen stuff and fridges and things in this area. This will be a storage area a bit later. This one, by the way, is something I have come up with, and oops. So I did put some lights on the side, and I have put do I have it? Yeah, these work lights can only be placed on ground stuff. So I left the ground free. I used the FNF tool to lower the ground, and I put these underneath to give some extra lighting. And yeah, I think it's a pretty nice growing area. Do have most of the stuff I need. I got 9 durian, 9 pumpkins, 9 tomatoes. This area is going to duplicate this one. It's going to be 3 coffee, 3 whatever these are called, AHEX fruits, and 3 corns. I've got 9 aloe vera and 9 pearling fruits and 9 wheat. This area is kind of a bling bling one at the moment. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it kind of looks nice from the outside. Can't reach it without dropping down from above, but see what we do about that. Coming down this way, as mentioned before, this area is kind of void. I do have a kind of a plan, but plan doesn't really. This room doesn't really fit with the plan, to be honest. But I'll get to that later. This is a staircase leading up to fucking nowhere. No, shouldn't use that word. F nowhere something kind of. We'll see, but I do have plans for this area. This one is still looking the same, and put in a kind of a fake O2 tank this way. This one will get colored later, and down this way it's a kind of a hallway put down. And a open kind of viewing area, something. Also done with the F&F tool. Please, YouTubers, don't slag it off. It's a great tool when you know how to use it. So this is the kitchen area, and as you might have noticed, well, it kind of comes through this way, but the FOV in this game is kind of tricky sometimes, especially let me come down this way. Not much more to show at the moment. Is when you are using this robo guy, because his FOV is kind of weird, kind of lies to you if you think from here things might look lined up, but they're not. It's kind of a wide angle view on this one that kind of lies to you actually, because things that looks proper 90 degrees actually isn't. And again, I've used these angles, and I did kind of decide to go with a rounded look as much as possible, but I wanted to use these diagonals, whatever. As you can see, it looks kind of broken, kind of weird, these upper, because these blocks are let me show you. They are kind of off angle. Actually, yeah, I was wrong. I want to break up the south, north, east, west by putting in these angles to make it look more like something that is being built. Stuff is being built one after each other. It's not a big master plan that is being incorporated. So that's why I wanted to make some off angles, and do have some plans when we are going to go live and do stuff properly. that one doesn't look good. I have sold that one in a later stage, and this looks kind of good. Let's have a look from way down in the valley. This one looks kind of populated. You have the greenhouse, have the unused house, you've got the landing area. This one will get populated later on the left side. You will see that in a later episode, and I do have plans for the western side of the area as well. As you can, let's have a look. Oops, going up. This area is pretty empty apart from the kitchen area thingies and that little, whatever you would call it, thingy. If I do like this, might get a sense that the FOV is, I'm not sure if you can change that in game, but kind of feels a bit. Let's move up. Should be in, stop drifting. In an angle with this one. And yeah, whatever. Still do have these markers around to kind of help me with the orientation, and I'm going to cut this episode, and I will catch you in the next one when we will go even further into my build and see what's been done at those stages. So this has been Salamander, this has been me showing off my base build, and I will catch you in the next one.